Second, good evening and welcome, and thank you for joining us this evening for this exclusive Zoom webinar. We've got a great Zoom planned for you. We are very honoured this evening to have National Network Leader Clive Leach come and do a recap of what was one of the best massive action days we've had. Now, tonight's Zoom is going to comprise of those of you who were in attendance and some of you who, for whatever reason, were unable to attend this year. But what Clive, with the help of myself, are going to do, we're going to be running through some of the phenomenal announcements that we heard over the weekend. And we are going to give you a bit of an insight on how you can best utilise these fantastic announcements. So, really, you know, just to kind of summarise before I unleash the wrath of Clive Leach upon you, just to summarise what we've seen, we now have, and for those of you who didn't make it to MAD, it might be worth you just making some notes on this, just to carve it into your brain. But what we have seen this weekend is now a quicker and more efficient way to sign up new distributors and get them started quicker. Coupled with the fact that we now have more money available to us, okay, that is now rewarded for both customer gathering and recruitment activity. And to help facilitate this, not only do we have an incredible promotional incentive, okay, to fire up your team, but we also have the introduction of an absolutely incredible tool, a revamp of the presentation material, so you guys can get out there and quickly and effectively show both the services and the business to friends, family, people you meet, and people that you are building relationships with. To go into more depth, I'm going to bring the Yoda of Utility Warehouse to the floor, and he's going to explain to you in his wizened way how you can best implement these new announcements into your business. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, may I please welcome to the Zoom floor Mr. Clive Leach. Hello, Clive.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for the wizened Yoda reference. I think I appreciate it. I'm not too sure.
It's a compliment. It's a compliment, Clive.
Yeah. Okay. So, I want to give you a bit of background, first of all. When Di and I were building this business together in our very early days, before David was part of our distributorship, I very quickly found out that if I led with the customer-facing side of our business, if the prospect said no to me, I found it near impossible to then present the opportunity. They just wouldn't look. So what I found was that when I switched and I presented the business opportunity first, if they declined that for whatever reason, and you know, we all know it's not for everybody, I stood a much better chance of actually getting them as a customer. In fact, my strike rate was enormously high, and that's because I believe that most people don't like saying no more than once or twice. So as a consequence of that, the majority of the customers that I brought to the table in this business were prospected as distributors first. Does that make sense to everybody? Nod, if you would please. Keith Bullivant's poking his nose. I've no idea what the rest are doing. If you could just nod, so I've got the point. Heather Holden's reclining. I've got a thumb up for Heather. Okay, fine. It's okay. So we've got people nodding. Okay, stuff. Jonathan Smiles nodding. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. So, I'd like to take you through a process. I'm hoping that most of you will have either received a copy of News Plus, or you will have picked one up at MAD if you attended. Okay. If you haven't got one yet, you should be able to get one off the extranet, but you should also need to have a hard copy with you. Okay. The reason being this is a tool now. This is a superb tool, because if you look into it, okay, and you just turn to the second page, on here it says some magic words, which I hope you know this might be reversed on the screen, so I'll read it to you. It says, you can change your life.
Yeah, we can see it, it's not reversed, it's all good, Clive.
Oh, smashing, but it's reversed on my screen for whatever reason. So, this, it's stories. So you've got this lady here, front cover, a lady called Abby Cammon, who's from Nottinghamshire. First 3 months, £2,283 in income in this business. You've got Kathy and Paul Duffield in Ipswich, £5,000 earned in the first few months in their business. Gemma Merrick's £1,700 very quickly in her business. Tony Feasy, nearly £5,000, and so on and so forth. This is an amazing tool to help you get people interested in taking a look at this business. Or if you just got them sat down, it might be something for them to have a quick flick through before you start a presentation. Does this make sense? Thumbs up or nods will do. Okay, cool, wonderful. Right, so if we just go through the process of, you all know how to make an appointment. I'm not going to go there tonight. We just don't need to do that. We talked about News Plus, and we talked about, to make a presentation. Going back again to the early days of building a business, I and some others, Diana, David is also falls in this category, Stephen along with Robin Brooks, all those good people. We all knew how to recruit people. We didn't need tools to do it. We had some experience, we had some posture, we knew how to draw it out on a piece of paper. However, that's not how you actually create momentum. Now, in those very early days, I actually created a flip book. It was a little presentation book about the size of this, okay, and all you would do is point and grunt at the pictures. In fact, we used to call it the point and grunt book. Ooh! We used to say even a monkey could do this business because all you need to do was point and grunt. And I think you'll find that most of the people that you introduce to this business can point and grunt. Would you agree? Thumbs up. Okay, nod. Okay, cool. Okay. So, now we've become more sophisticated. We have smartphones, we have tablets and all the rest of it. And if you have downloaded the latest Business Builder app that was thrown up on the server last night at about 20 minutes to 9, you'll see there's been an amendment to the presentation. And you need to go and look at it, not now, but when we're finished. And it'll come to a point where it says you can choose to either make money or save money. It's a very logical presentation. It works a dream. However, it's unfinished. And what's going to happen is, either tonight, if you're an Android user, or tomorrow, okay, if you're an Android user, you'll be able to download a completely new Business Builder app. If you're an iPhone user like me, you've got iOS, okay, that's going to become available on Thursday, hopefully, okay. If it doesn't become available on Thursday, it will be released on Monday. It won't be released Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because I'm sure you're aware Apple are launching a new iPhone during that time, and all the Apple developers are like swamping the whole thing. So our business app will not come out until either Thursday on the iOS system or Monday. Okay. Once you've got the new app, and again in News Plus, if you refer to it, you'll see that this is a screenshot of it. If I can just find it, here it is. There it is. There. This is the screenshot of the of what it's going to look like. Okay, when you've downloaded it. So if you've got that, you know you've got the latest app. The thing that significantly changed, and it's utterly pegging brilliant, is that when you get to that bit where save money, make money, there's now two buttons. You either hit the make money or the save money, depending on what your prospect wants to look at next. Got it? It's an entirely logical presentation. It's real quick. You should be done and dusted in just under 12 minutes. Okay, so you should get a result very quickly. Does this make sense to you? Thumbs up if it does. Nod. Okay. If it doesn't, I'm really sorry. Okay. But it's very logical, but you just need to go through this process. Now, let's pretend you've made the appointment. Okay. They've agreed to... who's that good-looking fella? Just occupying my screen. So you've made the appointment. You've created the situation where they've chosen to become a distributor, and now it's the entry fee. The entry fee to becoming a distributor in this business, a new partner, is £100. Okay, it can be discounted, but I'll get to that in a minute. So for right now, the registration fee is £100. Okay, so they've joined, they become a team member, they spent £100 in doing that, and we're going to take them through a process. Here's the neat bit. As soon as they have completed their online training, they are live. They can go and get customers, and they can go and introduce other team members to the business at the point they have finished their online training. Isn't that brilliant? We've just saved a lot of time. We've just kept people into the business, okay? There's none of this waiting for training, waiting for the getting started skills thing, where people, and I'm sure if you haven't had this happen to you, I have, and I bet most of you have, where people have lost interest between training online and going to the classroom, so their interest is diminished and they have failed to become active. Now we can get them active immediately, absolutely immediately, and I think that's super good. So we get them into activity. Now what I would do is I would be working with your new person to get some new people on board super quick. That would be my utter priority. My utter priority will be to get 5 frontline people into their business rapidly, okay, so they've got the frontline structure for senior team leader. Not team leader, senior team leader. The reason why I do that is somebody drops off, they're going to get to team leader anyway. Does this make sense? Thumbs up if it does. Nod? Okay, cool. Right, so we've got them on board in that process, okay? We've got them live and active, okay? They're not going to get paid commission until they've been to the classroom training. Compensation plans are designed to drive behavior, okay? It's good for the company, it's good for us. So if you do this, you get that. That's how the whole thing works, okay? So once they've been to their getting started skills training, that will unlock any commissions that they have earned during the time frame that they have gone live from online training to the point where they have finished their getting started skills classroom training. All clear? Thumbs up if it is. Please. Nod, shake, thumbs up, whatever. Okay, cool. Right, now, should they decide, and really they should decide, to become a customer, okay, as soon as they have become a distributor, they can do that. And it doesn't really matter what customer they become, but obviously we would prefer them to be a proper customer, so they've got, you know, a decent bill and all that jazz. We all know how important that is. But once they become a customer, they can then apply to partner services, okay, and have their own account returned to them. Now, note the phrase I've said, have their account returned to them. It's critically important for you that you have the activity in gathering that person as a customer. So they need to join either through your Business Builder app, or they need to join through your Join the Club website. That is critically important. The reason being is this. You will have seen if you went to Matt, or you've already read in News Plus if you received it, that now activity is being monitored on something called Business Builder Points. Great name, isn't it? Business Builder Points. I think I can promise you that in the not too distant future it'll change its name, because it's going to become a currency within the compensation plan as more exciting changes with more money become available over the next 12 to 18 months. We have stuff planned that you will not believe. And what you need to do is build an army of people, that echoed then, an army of people, your own purple army, to take advantage of these future changes, as well as making a pile of cash now. Oh, somebody's got a lovely keyring. Now, what you need to do is they join as a customer through your own Join the Club website or Business Builder app. This is what happens. You get 1 business point for recruitment of that person. You get another business point for gathering them as a customer. So now that distributor process who has become a customer is worth 2 business points to you. So if you were to gather 3 distributors in the course of a month who did that, you would then have earned 6 business points on your account. All clear so far? Thumbs up if you have. Okay, good, because I'm not going to re-explain it. So you've got 6 business points. Having got 6 business points, let's pretend that those 3 distributors you have brought to the table who have become customers are homeowners, and they've signed up for the Daffy Double Gold situation. You will have earned £300 per person. 3 of them, £900. Isn't that interesting? You will have also earned bonuses if it's applicable to you as well. So you will have earned at least £900 if that is the scenario. Of course, you might do some more, mightn't you? Or it might not be so perfect, it might be a bit of a mixture. But once you've got 6 points, however which way you do it, okay, each double Daffy Gold customer is worth 300 quid. And that's serious money. Now, your new distributor then wishes to have their own account back, which they can do. They can ring partner services up and ask for their account to be moved to them. Now at the moment this is going to be a manual process. It will become automated, but that's going to take a little while. So at the moment it's a manual process. So what has to happen is that your new team member needs to call partner services, tell them what they want to do, quote their ID number, quote their new account number, and it'll happen. Okay? You will still retain the business builder points because you did that activity. If that distributor remains on your front line, okay, that customer also becomes a shared customer. So it's counted for you, you earn the quip, okay, and it's also counted for the new team member who will earn the residual income. And let's call it 5% for round figures, okay? I think that's pretty cool. And I would also point out that if you look at the compensation plan, the maximum amount of income that's paid out is in your first 8 levels. So you need to be aware of that as well, okay? So now, once you've got people on board, they've done their classroom training, you can get straight into their list of people and help them recruit more business building points, if you see where I'm coming from. So, I think that's pretty good stuff. And I think I've covered the new partner course and claims their own account. Yeah, that's really the nub of what I wanted to say tonight, because I think it's pretty important that we get into some serious activity. I can promise you this, that this business is developing. You know, we've had the first 20 years where we've got to this level. We've gathered a tiny percentage of the marketplace, and it's, you know, it isn't quite 2%, to be honest with you, okay? We've got a huge amount to go at. The company has become very listenable to what myself and my colleagues on the DMB and David and other senior people within the network are suggesting to them. I promise you this, you will see some future changes within the compensation plan at all levels right the way through it. It's going to take some months, but the bigger the army that you get now, the better off you are going to be. And finally, who is looking forward to the Christmas holiday? Anybody here? Anybody like the odd glass of vino, the odd glass of this, that and the other, the odd bit of Christmas fare, the feasting? Because now we have this Andrew's Onwards and Upwards challenge, and it's very, very simple. This is all you have to do. If you just gather 3 distributors between yesterday and the 30th of November, so that's 30th of November this year, 3, okay, you will earn a hamper worth £300.
If they get a customer.
And it's a luxury hamper. Obviously you've got to get customers and stuff like that, but this is gold. £300 hamper. And it's a delicious hamper. It's a luxury St. Nicholas hamper. However, you might aspire to Belgravia, which is a posh end of London in case nobody knows. The luxury Belgravia hamper is worth £500. And all you have to do to get that is qualify for, gather 2 more distributors. So that's going to be 5 partners, all of which have become their own customers. That is the key to it. Okay? So 3 new team members who become their own customers, £300 hamper. 2 more, 5. Remember I was talking about 5 earlier on for the structure, frontline, for senior team leader? 5, okay? 5 gets you a hamper worth £500. And you can go crazy. Get 10. Just get 10 between now and the end of November. And this is what's going to happen. You're going to get invited to Chairman's Lunch at Express Day. This is, for want of a better expression, and forgive me ladies, the dog's danglies of lunches. It is a phenomenal lunch. You'll get down to sit down with Charles and Andrew. You'll get recognised on stage by Andrew. You'll probably get a kiss on the cheek by Charles if you're a lady. He doesn't do that with men over much. But this is worth shooting for. It's not just worth shooting for the prize. It's worth shooting for what it's going to do for your business. Because at the end of the day, we're all in it, aren't we, to build our businesses, to make that residual income that's going to see us right. And you should be able to recruit a storm right now. Brexit, all that sort of nasty stuff that's out there. The economy is tanking. Believe me, it's tanking. Things are going to get incredibly tight. So people are seriously looking for this. You've got the stories, you've got the presenter, you've got the kit, we've got the services, we've got the deal. And that's really all I can tell you.